Okay, students, greetings once again. This is our sixth lesson. So, on our previous lesson, we spoke about the difference between the personal as well as the general itinerary. And we did stress that normally the examiner likes asking such a question in an exam where you'll be given a long itinerary which you will have to go through. After you have gone through the itinerary, the examiner will therefore ask you questions about the itinerary that has been given to you. One which would be, what type of itinerary have you gone through? Is it a general or a personal itinerary? Which you will therefore, in essence, give details, more details for your answer or reasons for your answer if you've opted to say it's a personal itinerary or if you've opted to say it's a general itinerary. Okay, then we stressed that normally a general itinerary does not get to have specific dates that has been given. Yet the personal itinerary will get to have dates, specific dates that will be given to that particular client who will be embarking on that particular journey or tour. Now we come back to our sixth lesson where we say itineraries comes in different types. So the first type will be circle itinerary. It explains itself. All right. The second one will be one-way itinerary. It also explains itself. Then we'll have a hub and spoke itinerary. Now, if I were to just go in deep details about these three types, a circle itinerary, it means you will depart from a specific point and go wherever. Then, wherever your destination is, you will then return back to where you've departed from. So that is why we say it's a circle itinerary. It takes you to your destination that you are intending to visit and brings back where you departed. I hope we're on the same page. Then we quickly jump to the one-way itinerary. It also explains itself. One-way itinerary, it's one way. You just depart from wherever, go to that destination, and do not return to your departure, point of departure, rather. Okay. Hub and spoke itinerary. So in this case, a travel routine design that uses a central destination. So there will be a central destination. You will depart from wherever you are and go to this specific central destination that has been placed. Then from there, you disembark, then you go to different establishments and you do whatever activities that you intending doing in that particular destination. Then you return to this centralized destination where you have departed from. Okay, so that's the difference between the three. Hub and spoke, you go, you reach a central place. From the central place, you disembark, you go to different establishment, you practice different activities, and so on and stuff like that. So I hope we're together. We've got two types of itinerary, which is a personal and a general. And we do now know the difference between the two. We therefore went on and say itineraries comes in three types. Three types. They comes in three types. Don't be confused, right? Okay. A question can say, what are the two different types of itineraries? Itineraries come in three types. Then you get to be scratching your head and you do all the funny stuff. No. Do know as a well-trained travel consultant that we've got two itineraries, different types, a personal and a general. Then we do know that itineraries comes in three types. It will be a circle where the point you've departed from is a point where you will return from. Then we've got a one-way itinerary where you will depart and not return to the point of departure. Then there's a hub and spoke itinerary where you will go to a central destination. Then from a central destination, you disembark to do whatever sort of activities you intend doing. Okay. Then we move on. Uh, sorry, sorry. Okay, here we are. Now we are on page 38 of your textbook. How to distinguish between types of tours. This is a very important chapter as well. As a well-trained travel consultant, you gotta know the different types of tours that we get to have. And I always tell my student travel consultants that these types of tours, they normally explain themselves. You know, for instance, when you look at the inclusive tour, already it explains itself. Inclusive. It includes everything. All right. So it includes the important components. For example, it includes transportation, it includes accommodation, it includes meals, it includes activities that will be done when the destination has been reached. We look at group inclusive tours. It's a group of people traveling together, and all the four components, important components that I've mentioned previously, are inclusive in that particular tour. What are the four important components that may be inclusive? One is transportation, accommodation, meals, and activities that will be done in the destination that has been visited. Then we come to foreign independent tours rather. Again, they explain itself. It's foreign, someone foreign. Independent, he is independent. He is rather independent. Or she's independent. And it's a tour. So it explains itself. It's someone not belonging to that particular country, not a citizen of that country, coming to visit that country independently. Now, when a tour is independent, it means there are no escorts, there are no tour guides. So this person is just traveling alone independently. Okay. Then we move on to scheduled and guaranteed departure tours. They are scheduled. Okay, they are guaranteed. They will happen. Whether you like it or not, they are there. Okay, they are not intended for a personal, private tour or activity, but it's for a huge number of people. They can be also classified as a general departure tours. They are general. A typical example that I've made to my student is that when you look at the cruises, okay, cruises, they are scheduled guaranteed departure tours. So you will have a calendar telling you about the cruise ships, when the cruise will be taking place. It will um, depart from which port to which port. So they are scheduled. You'll find out that there's a list of these cruises at different dates. It will tell you on the 21st of November, we've got a cruise that will be departing from Durban port to maybe the Portuguese island. All right. Maybe on the 1st of January, we'll again have a cruise ship that will be departing from Cape Town port to Port Elizabeth. Okay. Or from Port Elizabeth, it will go down to Durban. Okay. So they are guaranteed their dates. Then a client will obviously choose which one will best suit his or her needs. Then we come to fly, drive tours. It explains itself. You will fly, then you will drive. Okay. A typical example will be I depart or I fly, depart rather, from Or Tambo International Airport. So I'll take a flight. Then take a flight to Cape Town International Airport. Now, when I get to Cape Town, I'll therefore opt for hiring or renting a vehicle. So I rent a vehicle in one of the car hire companies. So what did I do? I flew to Cape Town. From Cape Town, what did I do? I rented a car and I drove the car. So that is what we call a fly, drive, tour. Cruises, that's simple. We cruise. I've explained the cruises. Fly, cruise, tours. Again, I fly. After flying, I cruise. For instance, I will fly from Or Tambo International Airport to Durban. From Durban, I will take a cruise to Cape Town or to the Portuguese island. So I flew to Durban. From Durban, I embarked on a cruise. Then we come to tailor-made tours. Tailored, they are tailored. Okay, it means the client is also involved in designing and planning the tour. That's simple, not so. Special interest tours. Special interest tours. It means as a client, I will have special interest. There are things that I would like having, I would like doing. So I've got special interest. For instance, um, my special interest will be perhaps culture. Okay, so I'm interested in different cultures. So that's my special interest. Your special interest can be perhaps music, the jazz music. Okay, it differs what type of music you like. Special interest can be some will like visiting the SAB, you know, and that's your special interest. Adventure tours, adventurous. So that's being adventurous. For instance, your mountain climbing, your bungee jumping, your rock climbing, your skiing, and so on. Okay, you're fishing. So that's your adventurous tours. All right, that was simple and interesting. Okay, let us just stop there for now, fellow students.